we've talked to you a lot this year just about the ability to win close games late in a different manner. But I'm wondering, after a game like this, is that what's at the forefront of your mind? Is that you guys were able to survive and find a close game to win, or are you focused on maybe what didn't go right?
Yeah, first off, I got to focus on fixing the things that I made mistakes on during the game. There was a lot of reads, a lot of protection calls, a lot of adjustments at the line of scrimmage that I made wrong or that I didn't make the right way that put us in bad positions. And so I gotta focus on getting myself better to help out the team. But then again, at the end of the day, the defense played their tail off to keep us in that game and to give us a chance. And the offense found a way to score a touchdown when we needed to. So, that's just that championship swagger, as Tyron would say, of knowing how to win a game even when you're not playing well.
Go next to Adam Teicher. Go ahead, Adam.
Hey, Patrick. Do you feel like getting that number 1 seed is more important this year because you're the only team that gets it in the AFC? And Brad, I'll have one quick follow-up.
Yeah, obviously you want to get it. It's one of your goals when you go into the season. If you look at the history of that bye week, usually it's a good thing for the teams going and trying to make a championship run. But at the end of the day, we got to find a way to win a football game whenever we get there. So for us, we have to get better. Offensively, I have to get better to put us in the right position so that we can go out there and execute at a higher level when we get to the playoffs when we need to go out there and score.
All right, and Tyrique maybe saved the game when he chased that guy down on the interception. Did you? What was your view of that play, and what did you say anything to him about that when he chased that guy down?
Yeah, that's the heart and the championship swagger. I'll say it again 2 times in one interview, but that you need on a team. The fact that him battling through injury already, to be out there during that game and then to make that play. I whiffed on a tackle during that drive, during that little pick. For him to follow the ball and play, you have to have those type of guys on your team if you want to win football games.
Let's go next to Herbie Teope. Go ahead, Herbie.
Hey, Patrick, you mentioned some of the reads and some of the protection calls that some of the issues you had with them early. How much of that was because of what the Falcons were doing on defense, or was this just a bad day at the office?
No, they have a great defense. They have a lot of great players over there. They have a ton of talent. They've been in close games every single game this year, pretty much. Definitely they did some stuff that was some good stuff. And then there was stuff that I didn't see that I usually do. And so there were some times I was hot in the game because I didn't slide the line the right way. There were some times I checked the certain plays and they weren't open. You got to be better if you want to win football games in this league. And luckily enough, our defense made the stops necessary to give us a chance at the end, and we found a way to score a touchdown.
Let's go next to Matt McMullen. Go ahead, Matt.
Hey, Patrick, can you just walk us through your touchdown to D-Rob, what you saw in that one? And after the offensive struggles, how good did that feel to get him in the end zone?
Yeah, it felt great. D-Rob ran a heck of a route. Tyrique took the safety out from the middle of the field, and D-Rob was one-on-one on the island and ran a little triple move and was able to get himself open. The offensive line gave me time, and then I just fired it and let him make a play on it. And, when you execute like that, and I go through the reads the right way, we're a hard offense to stop. And so I just got to make sure that we get back to that. And then I'm excited for the next few weeks ahead and being able to go out there and execute at a higher level.
Next to Nate Taylor. Go ahead, Nate.
Hey, Patrick, 2 quick ones for you. Did the challenge from the Falcons actually help you guys figure out the right play for D-Rob to get open? And then can you sort of explain the thought process and the work behind the 4th down play where Sammy threw you the ball and it didn't work out?
First, it was just building up all game. We weren't in that right situation to call that play. We had it up there. And Coach Reed saved it for the right moment, and Coach EB brought it in, and they called the right play at the right time and got the guy wide open. And so, just executing at a high level in the right moments can win you football games in this league, and we were able to do that. And then, can you ask your second one more time?
Yeah, it's on the 4th and 1 early in the game. Trick creation, another shift Roseboro right pre-snap. Just what had been developed about that play and just what was your reaction to it actually not working?
Yeah, obviously we didn't end up in the situation that we wanted. They had brought a lot of man type pressure in that situation, so we were going to try to sneak me out the backside and be wide open for a walk-in touchdown. But obviously they had a guy out there. They had to have the biggest, fastest guy possibly with number 22, Neil. I knew I wasn't in a good situation at that point. So I told Sammy before the play, it's 4th down, you got to throw it even if I'm covered. He had the leverage on me, and I'm probably going to be on You Got Moss this weekend on Monday. So I'm looking forward to that.
Let's go next to Vi. Goodbye.
Hey, Patrick, Brad, I'll have a quick follow-up too. Just with Travis, what can you just identify what are the qualities of his that make him so reliable for you, particularly in pressure situations?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a quality that we have on a lot of guys on this team, and it's that no matter how talented and how much success the guys have on this team, they just want to win, and they want to win for the guys next to them. And if you see a guy like Travis, I mean, he's a guy that, I mean, he's done it for a long time. He's been at the top of the game. He's been able to do TV shows and do all these different things. He's a well-known guy, but he works his tail off every single day, and he's practicing every single day, and he's making sure he's prepared for these moments. And for a guy to have that much talent, work that hard, and be able to really learn every single day like that's what makes him so special on the field.
And just related to that, how often does he do something that he hasn't done before in moving where he moves? It's sort of an unrehearsed thing that you guys come through on. I mean, would that happen a few times today?
Yeah, I mean, he just has a good recognition of recognizing coverages and then being able to get himself open. And you saw that on the play at the very end, that 2-minute drive. He was actually supposed to run a kind of a go type route and then sit it down a little bit deeper. And he saw the open space, so he sat it down even earlier for me to get the ball out of my hand. And so he just recognizing coverages like that is what gets him open in those pressure type situations where you're getting exotic coverages that you maybe not scouted for.
Got time for a couple more. We'll go Sam and then Aaron. Go ahead, Sam.
Hey, Patrick, the last drive notwithstanding, I think you'd agree, not your most efficient game, right? Today, the last month or so, a lot of our questions have been sort of how do you get to your best self for the playoffs, right? I'm just wondering, do you see today as a step back in that regard? And what's your process like of going through and correcting those mistakes you mentioned earlier?
I think it was just a bad day for the offense, starting with me, not getting going early and then not executing in the second half. But I mean, I thought the defense played their tail off against a really good offense, and to have that type of defense going into the playoffs, kind of like we did last year, that they're getting better every single week. I feel like the offense will figure it out, and having a full team like that will get us to where we want to be at.
We'll go last to Aaron Ladd. Go ahead, Aaron.
Patrick, there's going to be a lot of chatter this week about sitting guys and getting rest. I'm curious, how do you feel about the whole thing? You rather keep rolling or what's the deal?
I just trust in the coaches. I'm ready to go whenever that is. I'm going to be ready to go. I'm going to be trying to win a football game. But, I mean, Coach Reed's done this for a long time. And Coach EB's done this for a long time. All those guys have done it for a long time. They know what's best for the team, and we'll be ready to go whenever that is.